Hey everyone, it's April Kamara here. Today I wanted to talk about manifesting, and I wanted to talk about manifesting in the same sense of like talking about how once you get clear and once you know what it is that you're wanting to manifest, right? And you look into the how you think you could do it or how you would like for it to happen. You look into the why you want this, right? Like the feeling you'll get behind it. Then your daily responsibility is to think about that as if it already is. So when I say think about it as if it already is, the easiest way to do that for me personally is to like go into a meditation and just remember and ask yourself like during the meditation, like what would it feel like to already have what it is I'm trying to manifest, like what would it feel like to have the freedom that like this extra money would give me? What would it feel like to have the confidence that that maybe this like body goal that I have would give me? And really sit with ask yourself these questions in your meditation and notice the feelings that come up, and just start to imagine yourself as already having that thing, and the feelings will come. So if you're not a feeler, maybe you're more of a visualizer, then you would want to ask yourself how it feels. But then imagine yourself living that life. Imagine yourself already at that goal. Imagine yourself spending the money on whatever you'd spend the money on. And you do this because it's your brain can't tell the difference between what you're imagining and what you're actually experiencing. So when you imagine yourself as visualizing you're already there, your brain takes it as wow, we're already here, and it already starts acting as if without even trying. So this is I would say do this as much as possible you can throughout the day, because this is fucking magic. This is where you really do pull things into your reality by doing this. And then you want to set up okay, you want to set your life up as if this thing is already happening, so how would your life look with this goal that you have in mind already in completion? What do you need to get ready? What do you need to prepare? And so that would be your action steps that you would take. So just take 2 or 3 action steps a day that get you closer to being ready for this thing. Maybe that means for me, I know that once I have this group coaching thing that I want completed, I know that I'm gonna want my son in daycare, so that during the day I can get the admin-y stuff that I need done. So what I've been working on, what I've been focusing on this month is, just being super grateful and super thankful that Elijah gets into daycare. So I'm claiming it here. You guys can go ahead and throw it up there with me because it's happening. I love my son to death, but with the business that I run, he's getting so active. He just deserves fun time with friends. He needs to have that social aspect. And it's just more beneficial for the both of us if he gets a little time in daycare. And so if I were to feel guilty about that, right? If I were to think about, oh, my son's going into daycare, there's guilt that I have there, then I would need to work on that. So notice the resistance that comes up whenever you start to get these feelings or whenever you start to build this picture. And just look at the resistance with the light inside of you and just choose to switch it, because resistance really isn't true. It's just what we believe to be true. So it's how can you knock that belief on its ass and, get yourself into feeling better about what you want. So I don't want you to think that negative feelings are gonna, negative feelings are not more powerful than your positive feelings. So it's not bad to look at what your resistance is. It's bad to stay in your resistance. It's bad to ignore your resistance, because when you do that, it literally plants a seed in the subconscious to keep you stuck. So looking at your resistance is actually really good of a thing. It's one of the strongest things. When I started manifesting, that I never knew to do. I never knew that. I thought I should just ignore it, and so what I was doing is I was playing a conscious game in a subconscious reality, right? So when I say that, the conscious game is deciding that you want something different. The subconscious reality is that your subconscious is 99.9% manifesting almost everything. So if you don't make friends with your subconscious, if you don't show it love and show it the respect that it deserves, which is looking at the resistance when it comes up. And resistance could be as simple as saying, I would feel bad being a stay-at-home mom and sending my son to daycare because so many other moms don't get to do, don't have the time, and I'm scared that later on I would miss out. And so if that were the case, if that's your resistance, that's okay, right? Like, you accept it, you acknowledge it, and then you like ask yourself, well, you know, is the time that I'm spending with my son right now actually quality time? You know, it's like I want it to be, but it's not, you know? Like, if he were actually at a daycare, he would probably be getting like more hands-on, you know? Like, he'd be doing things that would help him, like when he gets into school, things that I just don't know how to do, you know? So yeah, it would cost money, and that would be kind of like, you know, different for my family, like having to spend that extra money, because it is a lot of money. But I would have so much more time to work on my business, and then the time that I could spend with my son would be like actual quality time, you know, because I wouldn't be feeling guilty for not getting the work done that I wanted to get done that day. So this is just like my way of kind of like digging into the manifestation process with the twist. And the twist is just identifying the resistance that you have, and then, you know, doing the due diligence that your subconscious needs, so that your subconscious can actually attract to you what your conscious mind is wanting, right? But you have to work with the two worlds together. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Thanks for hopping on, YouTube. I'm not really sure exactly who it is because I'm driving. But I will let you guys go. If you have questions, let me know. And then just wait for tomorrow's manifesting tip. Have a good one.